This Thursday night football props, Eagles versus Giants edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Fucking shine box.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Hell of a franchise-defining win for the Jacksonville Jaguars, baby.
Duval, yes, congrats to your Jags.
They should be undefeated.
a lot of jagging off going on. That game was a pretty wild Monday Night Football game. There was a couple of moments where Mahomes having the pick six, you're like, oh, the Jags are going to definitely win. Or Trevor, when he tried to reach it over for the touchdown, got the ball knocked out of his hands, completely rejected. Thought it was over. Then, like, there was a bunch of crazy kind of big plays, big swings, and then the touchdown that Trevor Lawrence scored. Kicking myself for not taking T-Law 2 touchdowns. That would have been an incredible sweat. Falling down, then getting up and falling again, and then somehow rambling into the end zone. It was a true Jags win. So, shout out to Trevor. I thought he made some high level throws. A couple bad ones, but he was running the ball a ton. Of course, Patrick Mahomes ran the ball a ton. Pretty good night for the props. We cashed our underdog entry.
Showtime, Mahomes.
We cashed. I had the Saquon Thornton over 14.5 receiving yards. He went for 90. That was an easy smash.
Hopefully, some people took advantage of that.
Hopefully, people laddered that guy. That was an easy. I stared at it. Was like, what was I wrong? What am I missing? Missed out on Pacheco, but then hit on the Mahomes rushing yards. Also ladderable. I mean, he ended it like with 60 rushing yards. So, how'd you do props wise, Ryan?
I think the same as you. Unfortunately, I almost called him Trevor. Travis.
Well, they have
Etienne.
2 guys named Travis and 1 guy named Trevor. On
and Travis Etienne has a brother named Trevor who got some playing time for the Panthers.
Yes.
No, I lost that on the butt. My handicap of the Jags defense causing them to have to kick field goals was completely wrong. So 1 and 2.
But then also kind of on us, Ryan. It would have been very on brand. We even discussed, hey, should we be taking Travis Kelce first touchdown because Taylor Swift just released a dong song about him, and of course he cashes at what plus 950. I don't know. Those are never fun in the first TD market.
But in hindsight, it is a great. I mean, of course he was going to get the first. And touchdown.
It was his birthday a couple days ago. It was Trevor Lawrence's birthday. We're going to be joined by our good buddy Terrell Furman, who loves a good birthday handicap over on the NBA Gambling Podcast. Stay tuned for that. So yes, Jags get the win. Obviously, the cover there as 3-point dogs. Kramer, we have to. We were just also talking a few days ago. I'm sharing about Gronk, working with him. USAA, where he really has to focus on pronouncing remembering USAA. And this clip came up on my timeline. This was an all timer. I don't know how he missed it. I don't know how no one has sent this to us.
When was it from? Is it not from recently?
It must be because the player he's talking about is a rookie.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I guess it's not from this Sunday. Is what
I would assume it's this Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess.
No. You made it seem like we completely.
Oh yeah,
I know it's a couple days, but
yeah, I would assume someone would have seen it. So this is Gronk talking about the Tampa Bay Bucks rookie receiver.
throughout the 4 quarters. But Baker Mayfield also did it without his number 1 wide receiver, Mike Evans. And you got to give credit to this rookie sensation wide receiver out of Ohio State, Emeka Egbuka, going for over 100 yards. Emeka Egbuka. I'm getting confused. Going.
Wait, one more time. A big boo?
100 yards. Ohio State, Emeka Egbuka, going for over 100 yards.
Amika, a big boo.
Look at Howie. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, I guess in fairness, if you come into this cold like Gronk almost certainly did, that's a tough word.
Sensation wide receiver out of Ohio State, Emeka Egbuka, going for
big boo.
Big boo.
He knew it was a hard G. He just took a left turn instead of a right turn.
Ameka, a big boo. Great work there, Gronk. All right, we got a big matchup, Ryan. Thursday night football. You a little nervous?
No, not at all, actually.
All right, makes sense. Yeah, unfortunately, some of the we got a decent number of props. Unfortunately, there's some injury stuff, and they're a little hesitant to fire. Not going to stop us from.
It could just be they're also scared that we've been slaughtering their numbers.
Yes. We have been just roasting the first touchdown market. Didn't get home on Monday, but feeling good about Thursday.
Just the movement, the CLV. Forget winning and losing. Sean.
Yes.
The CLV.
Well,
Hunter Long.
Are
you kidding me?
Which we gave out 25-1 anytime touchdown and 100-1 first touchdown. When I was checking today, it was 12-1 anytime touchdown and 60-1
market moving.
But it's just shifted. All it takes is a couple of bets from our listeners. Again, good reason to smash the subscribe button, watch live over on YouTube. And yes, obviously it didn't hit, but Brenton Strange did go out and Young was out there a decent amount. So I feel again, Hunter Long, I called him Young. Hunter Long did not cash, but he was at least out there. Yeah, I think he got a catch. It wasn't a complete.
He was on the field.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of these guys at that price.
Robert Tonyan did not see a snap, at least in the red zone portion that I was studying closely.
Okay. Yeah. So
maybe some of the game was on radio. It's hard. They're not letting me know if Robert Tonyan's out there.
Robert Tonyan just checked in. Oh man. And the Thornton, he was close to getting into the end zone. So had some fun sweats there, cash some props, good times. All right, let's bring on our boy Terrell. You know him, you love him, the villain himself from the NBA Gambling Podcast and the WNBA Gambling Podcast. Playoffs are here. Wait, that is not Terrell. That is a freeze frame of Gronk, but that is awesome if you're watching the video.
I just captured it at the right time.
Terrell, what's happening, man? Thanks for hopping on.
What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, it's good to see white people try to pronounce Nigerian names. Absolutely hilarious. Actually.
Is that I did not? And where did he grow up? Do you know, Ryan?
I do not.
Okay, yeah, because
but the origin is definitely Nigerian for sure. As a Nigerian, that's definitely Nigerian.
My gut would have said that maybe somewhere on the West Coast, but
Big Boo. It's gonna be stuck.
He grew up in Tacoma, Washington.
Oh, okay, yeah. Mecca, Big Boo. So Terrell, we got the New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles coming off a loss. Hate week. Things are getting chippy in the office. Kramer just keeps bringing up Jalen Hurts' hat and how ashamed I should be of this guy's hat. It's a hat.
Terrell, are you familiar with this hat?
I am familiar with the hat. There are people that do wear the hat.
Okay. Yes.
Am I one of the people, or do I? No, I am not. I think that it's not. It's not it. But you know what? He goes for that GQ type of style thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
It is. It's very Jalen Hurts style. Is that do I think it's a silly hat that I wouldn't wear? Yeah, of course. But when he's your Super Bowl MVP, you give him some grace. And to Terrell's point, it is very much in the realm of Jalen Hurts' style.
I've seen him dress.
He's got the old school look. Like that's
like the old school GQ.
No, I don't have a problem. I'll give him credit for his look and being different and all of the qualities that makes him a great player. But this beige hat specifically looks ridiculous.
All right.
That's all I'm saying. He looked ridiculous. Maybe it was pulled down over his head more and looked like like a condom
That's why
that
they
had
lost.
a full.
The hat.
It's not just me.
I bet you we don't see it again.
It's not just you.
I bet you we don't see it again.
Maybe he's superstitious like me. You got to mix up the mojo. Terrell, what do you make of Jackson Dart? 2 games in. Are you in on Jackson Dart? Do you like Jackson Dart's necklace? While we're talking style, to me it's a little much. But again, not my cup of tea. But I know young people, different style than myself. Terrell, what do you make of Jackson Dart?
I think it's better on Jettas. Justin Jefferson, he's got number 1 chain. I feel like everybody else that, now does it is like kind of biting off him a little bit. So it's cool. It's cool. It's his thing. It's how he likes to express himself, and he can do that. Whatever makes him play well, that'll be fine, because unfortunately he didn't play well. But quarterback, first road start, kind of saw it coming. I mean, the NFL draft process, completely right. The arm isn't there, and I'm very disappointed, Kramer. Very disappointed of the arm, because you said, the arm is one of the things that people would critique him about, and then you don't like to go too hard. You don't like to go too hard on him, and I understand it. But man, the interception was because of the arm. Everybody makes something of Darius Slayton not catching the flea flicker, but like if he
just didn't step into it,
he puts that ball in the end zone. That is a touchdown.
No, I agree completely.
So it was numerous of plays where I'm like, okay, this is not an NFL arm, and that's depressing. But I like the decision making. I like the confidence. They went on two opening possession drives for a touchdown. Very, very good stuff. At the end of the day, you can't fumble the football, though. You can't watch your teammate go fumble the football and then immediately fumble the football afterwards. That's the part that I just don't get. So it's there. It's there. I see it, but I'm never going to be sold unless he beats the Eagles. Like, that's just it.
I think you're reaching a little bit on the arm strength take. I think you're
No, it was a chronic underthrows in the game.
I don't know. I mean, I would say that if anything, I was impressed with some of the seam balls and with the touch to the some of the throws to the outside.
We gotta have Terrell.
I like that. When he pushes the ball down the field, because it's going to be the same thing when Malik Neighbors comes back. When he pushes the ball down the field, he makes the receiver have to come back to the ball, and it's like, no, just lead him a little bit further. If you have the arm, put it there. The touchdown was the flea flicker was really annoying because I thought it was a touchdown. I really did think it was a touchdown.
Yeah, no, I think
was the one that I'm never going to let go.
I think he seems like a guy who is very passionate, and when he watches the film on all those throws where he left the ball short, it's because of his lower body. It's a fairly easy fix. Like, he's just got to let his lower body be part of the throwing motion. I mean, honestly, not to continue
got to do the Dak not
to continue the Jalen Hurts comp, but that was one of the things that Jalen Hurts really improved when he went to Oklahoma for that year, is like his platform. And I don't know if that is if it's at the best result right now, but I mean, I think that wouldn't be my main criticism. My main criticism would have been on, you can't have all those fumbles. And I think I don't really have a problem with him trying to do too much down 2 touchdowns. I mean, there's a lot of other options in that scenario, like throwing the ball out of bounds, throwing the ball 10 yards short of the sticks.
Yeah. The 4th and 6 interception. Okay, fine. You're taking a shot. That's tough. Yeah. If nothing's there, it's better
punt.
And it was underthrown.
Well, yeah, but also I would say, like, them intercepting it, you're getting better field position than if you just threw it out of bounds.
I think Terrell on that one, I think he was trying to throw it there. I don't think he saw the guy coming from across the field. That wasn't his receiver coming back to the ball. I mean, again, I'm not trying to defend him. I thought the sample that we have so far, the quarterback is not my problem right now. My problem would be on, again, like, we didn't in your 6-paragraph text you sent me this morning to wake up to. It was quite long.
We need to post
So it really started as one message, and then I left, and then something else came to mind, and then I came back and I had to finish, and then I left again. And then another thought came to mind, and it just became a novel at that point.
Well, that is definitely a West Coast experience because you wake up normal time and your buddies on the East Coast. If you're in like a group chat about your team or whatever, there's all this stuff you got to catch up with because they're up at like 6 a.m. East Coast time, firing away, getting pissed about the OC, whatever it is that they're fired up about. So you can wake up to all these unanswered messages.
Getting pissed about the OC that sounded like that was personal, Sean. Was that? Was that personal?
No, yeah. A lot of the Eagles fan base is out on the offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo.
Oh, as always.
Well, there's always got to be someone to blame.
You got to look at that quarterback coach too, Sean. I'm not kidding.
Who was the one that they wanted fired before?
Leffler.
Well, I mean, they wanted Kellen Moore fired at least the first 4 games of last year, and then they figured it out. They had the bye week. I'm still giving the offense a chance to develop and figure out. The offensive line not playing quite as dominant as they did last year or even years previous, but fortunately for the Eagles, they have a get right opportunity. Let's talk a little props here, Terrell. What do you like for this Giants Eagles in the props market? What are some of your plays here?
Ryan, why do they keep letting 2 go out there on defense?
I mean, God,
he's clearly a great on special teams.
Can I tell you what my theory is on this?
Okay.
I think there's been enough reporting that's come out that there's some sort of rift between coaching and front office. There's also been reporting that would suggest that front office sometimes is mandating player time. I think Dable wants to fucking shoot him in a rocket to the moon, and Jalen Hyatt too, probably. And front office is saying no, and so his response is they're returning kicks. I'm gonna make them return kickoffs, and hopefully they get hurt. And what happens? Deonte Banks is actually he's a great kickoff returner, but if he has to do the blocking, I don't know if you saw the rep, Terrell, where he's not the one catching it, so he has to be the lead blocker. It is 10 times worse than the Jamar Chase Olay block from a couple weeks ago. He looks like, if you ever coached little kids playing sports, there's always that one kid on the team that just is kind of running around checking out the flowers on the field. That's what that's what Deonte Banks looked like there. How they haven't
picking daffodils in right field. That was me.
Yeah, I mean everything. If he shows up on the screen and it's not a kickoff return, something horrible is about to happen.
It's a horrible play every time.
I don't get it. It's like he's one of these guys, like what we were just talking about with Calvin Ridley. Oh, he showed up last weekend, but just one of these guys who has zero mental focus. So yeah, that would be a bigger issue I have with the team is you have people consuming roster spots that are less than 0. Deonte Banks, Jalen Hyatt, when he went out there, did you see the interaction with Jackson Dart after Jackson Dart scrambles? Jalen Hyatt could throw a block, maybe like another 10, 15 yards on the run. And he just like steps to the side. Jackson Dart gets up and like kind of gives him a chest bump. Like, what the fuck was that? So yeah, like the idea that you allow this virus rot to linger around with players that you're not going to use. You have no receivers and you still barely play Jalen Hyatt. What does that tell you about Jalen Hyatt? He is who that Cowboys positional coach said he was during the draft process, which is just a dude who can run fast in a straight line.
Wind sprints. You get the cardio.
He can't win off the line of scrimmage. He's useless. He's fucking useless.
Terrell, what's a prop here for Thursday Night Football that you like?
Well, going back to the Deonte Banks thing, it's horrible that they continue to just trot him out there. And he and Cordell Flott man the same side of the field. Now, Ryan is higher on Cordell Flott than I am.
He's a gamer.
He's this close. He's so this close. It's really getting pushed into the Banks atmosphere, but it's the fact that Banks looks so bad. He forces Flott to look decent. So with that being said, who lines up on that side of the field? Jahan Dotson.
Ooh.
Oh, Jahan Dotson over 7.5 receiving yards. Wow. Are you telling Deonte Banks can give that up easily in one catch? I mean, it's going for 20 when he gives it up. So Jahan Dotson, if you want to ladder that, go ahead and ladder that. But I'm going to fade Deonte Banks side of the field because for some reason They continue to trot him out there, even though every single time it's either a penalty or it's a first down.
Yeah, I mean, John Dotson, he's good for like one medium to long catch a game, or at least that was the breakdown against the Broncos. Got a catch there for 24 yards. And they do try and get him some design screen stuff every once in a while. So yeah, if they're able to expose that side of the field, I like that Jahan Dotson. So Jahan Dotson over 7.5 receiving yards. Anything else you like, Terrell?
Well, I honestly, if you tell me game script, first of all, I do like the Giants plus the points. I have to say that. So you didn't ask me, but let's just go ahead and throw that out there. I get why you didn't ask me too, Sean. I wouldn't ask me either if I looked up the numbers. Like I think you looked up the numbers, and so I'm pretty sure you know the numbers are very much in our favor in this game. Nick Sirianni coming off of a loss with the Eagles, 11-9 straight up. 7-13 against the spread.
Luckily they don't lose that often.
Fourth time. Well, 11-9, and majority of these games are probably a favorite. I don't know. I don't think the ROI is in your favor there. But
okay.
Great point.
Just saying. And fourth time the Giants are somehow playing the Eagles off a loss. I don't know how that continues to happen, but fourth time the Giants are in that situation. Eagles are 2-1 straight up. The one win was week 18, Tommy DeVito. 0-3 ATS in that same spot. Nick Sirianni after a loss, laying over a touchdown. 1-4 ATS. I mean, it's just not. It's
Do you
not
like you like the Giants? I'll give you the 7.5 points there.
But
Terrell.
honestly, like the offensive line, I think the reason that the Eagles are gonna win the game is the fact that they know how to get the ball out quick, and this is gonna be the Jalen Hurts game. I mean, everybody wants it to be the Saquon, and Saquon goes off against Giants again. This is gonna be the Jalen Hurts game where he quote unquote shuts up the haters, and he has this passing game, and it's gonna be a lot of AJ Brown, and they'll get the deep ball to Devonta Smith like they always do against the Giants. Take Devonta Smith over. Longest completion, longest reception, whatever. I think it's at like 20.5 or something. Take the over on that. He always gets the long one against the Giants. Pause. But I just think that that was long crazy. Cox. But yeah, so it's gonna be the more passing game here. You'll see some Dallas Goedert over the middle. Like that's the stuff that's gonna annoy me. The really, really quick stuff. I think you'll get the one Devonta Smith pass, not a whole bunch, just because I do think that the defensive line is going to be able to have something to say against that offensive line. But it's the quick throws, the quick slants to AJ Brown. Like we're not going to be able to cover that.
Yeah, no, and that the slants were working well. The easy stuff, he was hitting that early with AJ Brown. They got away with it, or got away from it. Missed that deep shot. So you got Jahan Dotson over 7.5 reception or receiving yards. Giants plus 7.5. Devonta Smith over 20.5 longest reception. Any Giants props? Shout out to Steffi. Any Giants props you like?
Oh, dude, I'm already sweating Giants plus 7.5. I don't need anything else on this team. I don't. So look, I'll say this, and I'll give Dable this credit. The fact that he is actually able to coach up a really good game that last week, him and Bowen both coached up really, really good games for a rookie quarterback on the road. It's just the fact that the team fumbled 4 straight times. But other than that, it was a really, really good coaching game. If they bring that into this game, I think it is going to highlight what Jackson Dart does really, really well, which is run the football. So I think that there is room for his rushing yards there. And also being able to get quick, timely passes out and really, really attack that secondary that I think is slightly overrated. So I think Dart would have a good game if they're able to go out there and coach the same game that he did last game, because the 2 touchdowns in the beginning and Theo, 2 touchdowns and we're not on it. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, he looked at those were some, that was one of the throws that people thought that he would have a hard time making. And so those looked pretty nice. Theo looked good too, catching the ball, not dropping it, always good. And shout out to Frank Bellinger, his son getting back involved.
Oh, Danny B getting involved,
running some more 12 personnel.
All right, Terrell, give us a final score prediction, and make sure you check out Terrell on the WNBA Gambling podcast. They destroyed the WNBA win totals. Playoffs are here. Check him out. Him and Scott do a great job on the WNBA Gambling Podcast. Terrell, what's the final score prediction for Thursday night football?
Let's go. Let's go 2017.
2017. And who do you have winning?
Well, you can figure that out.
All right.
Interesting.
Eagles,
Mysterious.
20. Giants.
Just my +7.5 ticket hit regardless.
There you go. All right. Thank you, Terrell. Appreciate it, man. Make sure to check out Terrell wherever you get your WNBA Gambling podcasts. Of course, we're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. Head over there, get involved in the prop builder. Prop builder, super fun. Maybe you built a Tyquan Thornton ladder or a Mahomes rushing ladder. That thing would have paid off great over at mybookie.ag.
Showtime,
Both
Mahomes.
quarterbacks rushing overs with ATDs.
Oh, yeah. Oh man, there was so much meat left on the bone, Ryan, and we missed it. But that's why it's good to be over at mybookie.ag, because you can score 100% bet back bonus up to $500. T's and C's apply. Mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Novig. Novig, America's #1 sports prediction market. Novig, you're getting the best prices. For example, I'll pull up the Novig app. I mean, the price you're getting on the Eagles, or maybe you're silly enough to bet on the Giants, which I would not recommend. But you're going to get the best price because it's an exchange. And of course, sign up with Novig. Use a promo code SGPN. Spend $5, get $50. And of course, Novig. Sorry, I have to. Oh my god.
Oh, what happened? Geolocation issues.
No, I had to accept the terms and conditions. Which always is like.
It's a great South Park episode.
Yeah, no one actually reads this. If you're betting at other places, -7.5 for the Eagles at +101. That is a great price. If you think the Giants, I'm not even going to read the price because that's not going to be.
Feel free to read it.
No, I don't. I mean, +381. That's insulting, Ryan. And also, if you're thinking, oh, they just have sides and totals. Oh no. They also have touchdowns, first touchdowns. They have a ton of options. Download the Novig app and use the promo code SGPN. Kramer, let's talk a little props, little action.
What do you want to start with? First touchdown or props?
Well, we always start with props, right?
Okay.
What's your first prop here?
Well, we're gonna play Jackson Dart's rushing yards.
Okay.
Now, I'm not sure how real this number is because I personally would increase the number, but week 1, 35.5, week 2, 36.5, this week, 37.5. When you move it up a little higher, it's clearly like a lot of running.
I mean, did they have it up on Underdog?
I didn't see it on Underdog, but I found it on one of our screens.
Okay. I just saw this over on Novig, promo code SGPN. Jalen Hurts over a half TD. That's at even money over on Novig. Great price. Anything I would say
it's Novig.
Yeah. I mean, Novig. So even if Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown to -130 is just a smash play. I know it gets boring. Keep giving out these Jalen Hurts anytimes, but
it's fine by me.
The guy is a beast. He's gonna get in the end zone, and he hasn't the past couple games. So I think he's due. Nothing enrages the other team quite like a tush push.
You're predicting a tush push?
Yeah, I am. I think he gets into the end zone. I'm trying to pull it up here. Decent amount of rushing touchdowns already to get the season going, 4, but he hasn't had any in the last 2 games. AKA he's due. Ryan, give me the Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown. Easy money.
I do want to alert people that and I'll probably end up betting this, but they are offering a Jackson Dart to have a 20 yard plus run is +500 right now.
How many yards? 20. Yeah, I mean,
it's about in the range of what he's.
I think we're gonna fuck up Jackson Dart, but that aside, garbage time. Eagles defense playing back. Jackson Dart prime time. His first prime time game. He's gonna feel the pressure to run. So yeah, him scrambling. I could totally see that.
And then I think we're gonna just go and play Theo Johnson as well. Clearly that there was something working there. Wasn't able to find any Bellinger props, but Theo, you can take the over 26.5 receiving yards.
Okay. So what is that? Does he get it on one catch?
I mean, he was the primary target on a decent amount of stuff for this team last week. I think the offense in general, the way Dable's talked about Theo Johnson this entire offseason, is that his progression was going to be a big part of the offense. So yeah, I mean 28.5 yards is pretty low here. And I think if you're the I guess I don't know how the Eagles defense are gonna play it, but I think those same RPO seam passes are going to be available.
AJ Brown over 22.5 yards, longest reception. If you remember, he's gotten this. I was trying to find the exact stats, but I just keep thinking of that 4th down play against the Giants, 4th and 4. Hurts hits him on the deep one. I'm sure you heard about the meeting, the breaking of the bread. AJ, Jalen Hurts, Saquon, Barkley had a long conversation together for a couple hours, completely positive, got back on the same page. So
was there bread involved?
They may have went out to dinner. I don't know. I don't have their menu, but I do have an inside source that said they had a
really?
they had it.
I like this that we have an inside source. Is it Big Dom?
It might be. We do know a guy who knows Big Dom, and I actually have gotten a couple things from him. But you got to be careful what you share from Big Dom, because if Big Dom doesn't like any leaky faucets. So AJ Brown over 22.5 yards, longest reception. He's toasted the Giants before. They clearly want to take deep shots to him. Whatever happened on that miscommunication, he slowed down, whatever it was. I think they get right against this Giants secondary.
Cordell, be careful. Flott has had one of his surprisingly good performance, maybe two of his surprisingly good performances have come against AJ Brown. Again, Deontay Banks walks out on there. That will be a bad matchup. I was a little surprised to see that Jahad Dotson was priced at 8.5 yards.
Yeah, and
I'm playing the over.
Terrell said 7.5.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
I already bet this 8.5. I'm not going to take credit for a good number.
Yeah, add that to my pile as well, and give me Saquon Barkley over 77.5 rushing yards. The New York Giants are one of, if not the worst team in the National Football League at stopping the run. I know he hasn't gotten off to a great start, but I think this is a ultimate get right opportunity for him. I think they're going to recommit to the run here a little bit. And I think the offensive line and Saquon has a very good game. So 77.5, you're not going to be able to get this 77.5 price moving forward, because he's going to have a couple good games against the Giants here in this 3-game span, because he's got Giants, Vikings, Giants. So I think a good opportunity for him to get right. And the offensive
How many
line.
carries did he have last week?
I think 6.
6.
Yeah.
So how many are you projecting this week?
I think he'll get 14.
14. And you think that's enough?
Yeah.
Because he's only averaging like 2 point something yards a carry.
I think you're a little off on that, but yeah, he's not having a good year. Certainly.
It's just 14. He's going to need
3.2 yards per attempt, Ryan.
There you go.
If you're going to slander him, although that might not include the. Does it include the game? Yes, it does include the Denver game. Well, you never know. Sometimes on the Pro Football Reference,
they're not instant. And
yeah,
with game logs,
but
stuff.
It is 3.2 yards per attempt. So I appreciate you throwing shade at him. I know how painful it is to see Saquon go on to a successful team, but
it's not at all. But I've been handicapping his unders very well this year.
Are you going to play it one more time? I noticed you didn't give it out.
No, I'm not going to play it in this game.
Why?
Because I think it's likely he has a big run in this game. I think his efficiency will still overall, like down to down success rate will be bad, but there will be a big broken one because the Giants safeties tend to take bad angles, and for some reason they just don't want to play the run for 4 quarters.
Yeah, what is it? Everyone hypes up the defensive line, and it's certainly a talented defensive line. But why? If you have that dominant of a defensive line, why are they this bad?
Because they traded away Leonard Williams to Seattle 2 seasons ago and haven't replaced him. Still, there's no second defensive tackle. if Dex isn't on the field, it's a disaster in the middle. That's my only like the positive feeling I have is that the weakness of the Eagles' offensive line is that interior now. And so I think the matchup is a little different than it's been in years past, where they've kind of been able to they haven't been road grading anyone. And
yeah, I mean, Mekhi Becton hasn't been.
I'm very interested to see how Dexter does in this matchup against that interior, and I think Abdul Carter has been a problem to most teams, and he's been getting in there very quickly. So if they're not working quick game, then I think Jalen Hurts could take some sacks like last week.
Ryan, let's see what our buddies over at Rhythm like. This is true kismet because Rhythm. I'm over on their app. Of course, use promo code SGPN25. Get you 25% off.
What do they like?
Over the first one I'm pulling up is John Dotson over 7.5 receiving yards. Rhythm likes it. Rhythm projects this win probability at 62.6%.
He plays out of the slot mostly.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think Terrell might have. I mean, I would.
Well, they move him around too.
But I would handicap that you want to catch like Drew Phillips has been. He's been a great player for that secondary, but he's going to give you yards at time, and so I think this is just him getting beat on one little slant route, assuming Hurts can deliver him the ball.
That's a fair assumption.
That was the 7.5 or 8.5 was a fair. I thought a fair price for this passing game. I know they struggled to get past too many yards, and so I figured I'd take the 7.5. I'm not like I think this is going to be a low scoring game.
Okay. I think the offense has a chip on their shoulder, so I would be nervous if I was a Giants fan.
But it's been there, right? Like it's been there, and it hasn't really changed anything.
No, well, this is different. They're coming off a loss. Before they were getting by with their bullshit, and now.
So Big Baby's buried the old metaphorical hatchet.
I think Big Baby's gonna have a big game.
What about Little Baby? We know Devonta joining forces with AJ Brown.
He had a good game. I got no beef with Devonta. Shout out to Rhythm. They went 8-2 on passing prop overs in week 5 and 5-0 clean sweep on Dylan Gabriel props in his debut. And Rhythm, of course. What's so funny?
Just laughing at the Dylan Gabriel tout. It's a great tout.
Yeah, 5-0. I didn't even know there would be 5 props
Dylan
on
Gabriel based handicapper.
Laser focus on Dylan Gabriel. But hey, wherever the angles are, you lock in. And of course, if you track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, you could win $1,000. So again, download the Rhythm app, use the promo code SGPN25. Kramer, let's you want to build an underdog entry before we get to our first TDs?
We are on a heater, and we did just get cashed out. I don't know if you saw that on the old account.
Okay.
Yeah, no, and we were discussing the payouts with champions, and it came out pretty on schedule, I'd say, with the 30% boost. And Sean, I discovered that these unlimited boosts are truly unlimited.
Yes.
And they're not like a lot of sportsbook technology that will not allow you to do the same thing repeatedly. So I tried last night. I doubled up. We're in business.
Let's get it. So Kramer, do we just put in the Jahan Dotson? Because I also like that.
I'm good with that.
Yeah. And well,
you think he's going to be out there? That's my only concern. I mean, I like it because I think this is one catch.
Yeah, he has a role in the offense. I would be surprised if he hasn't.
Over a half first quarter receiving yards is 1.76x.
I don't want to.
Okay.
I've noticed anytime I do anything in the first quarter, it doesn't hit, or anything I do way too spicy, it causes indigestion.
Jahan Dotson to have 44.5 is 16.3x spicy.
I mean. All right, hold on. Let's go back to this because
pull up the ladder.
He has. I mean, Jahan Dotson, the first game against the Cowboys, he had 59 receiving.
You saw what
yards.
Rashid Shaheed just did in a play. Big plays are available.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's build a mild one, and then maybe we'll. All
right. So we'll just stay at 7.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what are we doing from the Giants side? Jackson Dart higher. Let's see.
The rushing yards aren't. I don't know why they're scared to have the
higher INTs thrown. Are you open to that? Maybe it'll be like a good interception. Like I didn't know he could throw it. I mean,
you want to take something less than 1x. Okay, I guess.
Do we want to do lower first quarter passing yards?
No, what? No, have you not been paying attention? They're very good on the scripted plays.
Okay.
They've scored on both opening drives, drove right down the field both times, which, by the way, the last time that's happened was Patrick Mahomes.
Oh my God.
Do you have any more?
I'm reporting facts.
It reminds me of the Herbert people when they're like, yeah, and Peyton Manning struggled in his first year. Look, he did pretty good. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's,
but also bad quarterbacks struggled in their first year. So it doesn't mean you're on the Peyton Manning path because you struggled. Like, yeah, I think he's still developing. I'll give him a fair assessment, right? I'm not saying he's a bust. Some are, but not me. What do you want to play here?
I mean, the only thing I see that, because I don't really want to get involved in something other than rushing yards for Jackson Dart, and so I do see Theo Johnson.
Okay.
Receiving yards is 27.5. We just talked about that at 26.5. Also, you could talk me into the Giants kicking some field goals.
All right. What's the name of their kicker?
Jude McKenna. Like, you want to try to say it?
McAtamy?
Amini.
All right. Jude McAtamy.
He got benched at Rutgers in college.
That sounds like a Giants kicker.
We'll just go with Jude. So we can either do that, or we can do the Theo Johnson, or we can take the pass rusher of your choice to have a sack.
No,
Dexter Lawrence was going to have a sack.
No.
Also, Paulson Adebo to have an interception.
So I'll tail you with the Jude. Hey Jude, higher at 1.5 field goals. Jahan Dotson higher 7.5 receiving yards.
Do you like field goals better than kicking points?
Sure. Yeah. I think we can hold you some field goals. And of course, Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. Play $5, get $100 in bonus funds.
I make sure you use your boost if you got it.
Oh yes. May have forgot to use the boost, but
I got it in there. Don't worry.
All right. Good work, Kramer. Let's talk first TDs and a DGen bet. What do you like?
You go first. I'm just putting the Underdog entry in the chat.
Eagles defensive special teams touchdown first TD. We'll call it 25-1. I haven't seen the official price, but that should be right where it's at. You got Jackson Dart first primetime game. A little nervous. I mean, the ball literally just slipped out of his hands. That is a scoop and score opportunity. And then I do think Jahan Dotson has sneakily been a nice first TD play for the Eagles. You can get him plus 1750, probably somewhere around the 20-1 to 15-1. I think that's a good play. And yeah, that's it for me. I'm just playing Jahan Dotson, Eagles defense in first, because I do think there's a good chance it's going to be Barkley or Hurts, but I'm playing Hurts on the anytime. You know what? Yeah, I'll also play Jalen Hurts first touchdown. Let's see if we can get a 5-1, but we'll call it 5-1. We can find one of those out there. So Eagles defense 25-1, Jahan Dotson 1750, and Jalen Hurts 5-1.
Is Barkley definitely playing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's the latest on Jackson Dart?
No, he's good. He was limited in practice.
Okay.
Yeah. Barkley did not practice.
Yeah.
We're going to play Tank Bigsby at 75-1.
But it's a simulated practice.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. But to not play in the simulated practice is worse than to be limited in the simulated
But it's
practice.
simulated. It doesn't really mean anything.
That's true. But one is closer to fully participating in the simulated walkthrough.
Okay.
I think it was actually a walkthrough. So not totally it's not a simulation, but they actually are.
How are you limited in a walkthrough? They don't.
How are you?
They limit your steps.
Yeah, you're on the side. You're not out there doing the walk.
They won't actually let you walk.
You're not doing the
through
walkabout. You're just standing on the side.
So you can't walk. You're that injured that you
I
won't
will
let
say,
you walk.
if you should take notice of the Giants. They have been playing now shenanigans for 3 weeks with their injury report listing everybody. Everybody's getting listed. Last week there were like 15 guys on the injury report.
Now, all jokes aside, I know you'll be angered by this question, but are you worried about playing Jackson Dart rushing props if he's dealing with a hamstring on a short week?
No, because it was the same hamstring he was dealing with, and he looked fine in that game.
Okay,
like he didn't come away worse. I think it's just one of those. They're also just playing games with the injury report. Like I said, they had 15 guys on it last.
But
week.
what's the goal there?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
What's the goal of not having a full roster? What's the goal of having an injured
So wait,
kicker?
they really didn't. They had an empty roster spot.
Yes.
What?
I don't know. They didn't want to spend the money on the practice squad activation.
What is it like? You can pay. Got to pay for the hotel room. What cost cutting?
I have not
measure.
Doug, it's a road game. You got to send him on the flight.
You got to worry about his meals. I'm not gonna. John Mayer's just like, I'm not picking up another meal.
I don't.
You know how expensive those dinners are in New Orleans?
It made when I read. I didn't dig in too deep, but it sounds like they just made some sort of another one of these absolutely ridiculous. I was going to use another R word, but someone wrote me a message saying I shouldn't use that R word.
Oh wow, you get a lot of messages.
You never know who could be listening. All right, yeah, you stepped all over my first touchdowns. And respectfully, I'm not worried about Jackson.
I had a
hamstring.
legit question about his hamstring and how it would impact him in the running game. I think that's
more
a fair
concerned
question.
about the right tackle, who did not practice in the simulated walkthrough.
What about Darius Slayton, your number one receiver?
He's out. I don't think he's going to play.
Okay. Who would be your number one receiver?
That becomes the problem. Wandell and Theo Johnson. This is going to be a Cam Scattaboo, Jackson Dart dirty game.
Just got a new comment over on Spotify. I always appreciate people sending their comments, questions, answer them all over on Spotify. While you're there, toss us 5 stars, rating, review. This is from Ty Labose. It got moderated, which those comments seem to be the best ones. Hey Sean, grab the cuck chair because it's time to watch the Duval boys and Ryan jag off, boy. Hopefully I did well in pronouncing your comment.
I'm telling you, there like something lit a spark in the fan base of the Jags when Liam Cohen tried to fight Robert Saleh. That was a pivotal. That will be part of the championship DVD. And this Trevor Lawrence trip twice and get up and run through the Chiefs and somehow score a touchdown.
When he got up again and fell, I was dying. How did he get in the end zone?
He looked so athletic in the game today.
He was running great.
All right, first touchdown, Jackson Dart was 18-1. This is almost just the rule of quarterback. We're gonna go Daniel Bellinger 30-1. You know what? Late ad. We're gonna put Theo Johnson also 18-1.
Okay,
and we're gonna play Will Shipley at 30-1.
Kickoff return for a touchdown.
Well, Barkley didn't practice, so I'm playing. I'm hedging here.
Right.
I do think there's a running play to be had here.
It is interesting. Do you have an AJ Dillon price? Because I think
25-1.
Kind of. If you're playing that angle,
Will Shipley looks like a good runner. AJ Dillon looks like dust.
I agree, but AJ Dillon's actually looked okay in the snaps that they've had him in, and they're still bringing.
You think he's going to play? Like you think if Barkley misses some time here, or isn't 100%, you think AJ Dillon comes in first over Shipley?
Yeah. Did you watch the game? That's what was happening when he went out last against the Broncos.
But now they have a week to kind of prepare for it.
Yeah, I'm telling you though, in their mind,
so I should switch to AJ Dillon 25-1.
Well, again,
I'll allow you to influence my one Eagle.
Will Shipley does return kicks, so you have that chance to get in the end zone. AJ Dillon has been fine in his. I'm not a fan of AJ Dillon. I would rather them give those carries to Will Shipley, but he's looked okay. He 2 carries for 12 yards, and I think both came while Barkley was banged up. So that's my take.
Should I switch?
Well, no, because I think Will Shipley's going to take one to the house for the first TD. So I think you're good, Ryan.
Perfect.
Kickoff return for a touchdown. Let's go Birds. Ryan, what is your DGen only parlay?
So you're going to have to. So 2 touchdown markets, also not super widely available right now. Jackson Dart and Jalen Hurts both to score 2 touchdowns.
Woohoo! 2x4.
Yeah.
What does that pay?
Well, again, we don't really have. So I'll use these numbers that I found on this screen over here. So Jalen Hurts is 8-1.
Okay.
which even that feels like a very good price. So hopefully I can get an 8-1. And Jackson Dart is a 60-1.
I think this is for me.
You know I'm a degenerate.
Give me the Hurts touchdown ladder. 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, 3 touchdowns.
Yes, which he's had a number of times. Even last year against the Bengals was his most recent. But big spots, he comes up, and he's due to get in the end zone, and he hasn't in a while. Or you could do a Hurts, AJ Brown, Barkley. Yeah, you know what? Hurts TD ladder. Keep it simple.
I will say, like, just from a principle, you don't generally get credit for the negative correlation when you're playing multiple touchdowns from the same team.
Yeah.
So you should almost never take guys from the same team to score a touchdown and parlay them together, because you're going to get robbed on the odds.
Yeah, just give me the Hurts TD ladder. I want to see some TDs from Jalen Hurts. Saquon Barkley smashes his yards. Jahan Dotson first TD.
And so in the virtual same game parlay engine, this would pay 549-1. Now I think in reality it's probably going to pay closer to somewhere in the 400 to 500 to 1 range.
Okay, Jalen Hurts 3 TDs. You could probably get that 40-1.
Well, I mean, based on what I took for ETN,
yeah,
and knowing that it will probably be in the like 40-1 will be a good price. More likely to be 35-1.
Kramer, anything else you want to toss out? Final score prediction.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a relatively low scoring game. We'll say. So what's a weird score? It's always a weird score. Let's think scoregami. 23-22.
Okay, I will say Eagles 33, Giants 15.
Okay, that's a weird score.
5 field goals.
5 field goals.
Yeah, call my shot.
Shout out to the great Matt Barr.
Who do you have winning?
Who do I have winning?
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be the emotional roller coaster that is this Giants season.
Oh, okay.
Jackson Dart was made for the bright lights, and your envy of his bling.
Oh, I
is
am
cute.
Ryan, you're the one who spent
it.
hours staring at Jalen Hurts' hat, researching Jalen Hurts' hat.
I'm so glad that Jackson Dart wears too much bling around his neck and doesn't wear a fucking Pillsbury Doughboy hat on his head.
The Doughboy is going to be cashing big. I will say,
if you want to have some fun, slide down the slippery slope that is the internet's opinion on Jalen, the non-sports internet opinion of Jalen Hurts. It's a good one. It's a good read.
just Fred pointing out, here are 14 anytime touchdown props and the final score 15-6.
Well, in fairness, with the chop the unit up 4 ways for the first touchdown.
Yeah.
And I think that Jackson Dart and Jalen Hurts are going to score most of the touchdowns.
You did give out a 2x4, so
I don't see Jackson Dart passing for a touchdown. That doesn't feel like it's going to be Scadaboo and Dart in the end zone. And then on the Eagles side,
are they considering just running the triple option?
I think you're going to see a lot of RPO stuff. It's going to be very much a collegey offense. Think the best version of the Eagles from a couple years ago. They were running a shit ton of RPO, or maybe last year. I'm thinking about not last year. Maybe when were they running a shitload of RPO? Jalen Hurts
probably 22.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be. A shitload of RPO, a lot of stuff to the flats and to the seams, and you're going to see Jackson Dart climbing in the pocket. The one thing he does that I think is quite impressive as a rookie is he never scrambles backwards. He doesn't do the thing that a lot of the young guys do, which is just run backwards and cause the play to be even worse. He's always scrambling up into the pocket. So I think you'll see a lot of that. And then, yeah, he's a fucking dog. So, and Scadaboo apologized for the fumble, and he said he owes everyone one. So I expect him to be an absolute fucking psycho.
All right.
Well, I think he is a superpower against the Eagles, because Eagles fans would love to have a guy like Cam Scadaboo on their side. And so they'll be so enamored by him. It's going to distract.
They'll be distracted by a white running back.
Oh, you don't think so?
Ryan, we do
There's
have
going to be so many white guys.
We do
on the
have
field.
Will Shipley and Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean picked off Jalen Hurts and picked off Patrick Mahomes and got a touchdown in the.
Let's think about this. You're going to have a situation where you have multiple defensive backs and a running back on the field at the same time that are all white guys. It's not something you see every day.
I wouldn't.
Well,
I
you
wouldn't
don't see
notice
color at all,
No,
but
wouldn't notice it.
how many? We just had you were excited for the white DB showdown with Denver and Philly. Cooper DeJean and Riley.
Cooper
Moss,
DeJean played pretty well.
Jersey swapped after the game.
All right, good times as always. Again, smash the subscribe button. Appreciate it. Tomorrow night we're talking college football, and of course, as always.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
We need to have a conversation with Cole.
Kramer. Let it ride.
You know I'm a degenerate.
Slot. How's the slot?